Hi everyone, and welcome to My Life in Heels, the podcast where we explore our femininity, expression, identity and culture. I'm your host Tiffany Scott, and today we're discussing cross-dressing in the digital age. We'll discuss how online communities, social media and even AI are transforming the way we express ourselves through clothing, their appearance, or a total transformation using many of the AI features we can find online today. So whether you're part of the community, an ally, or just curious, this one's for you. So let's start with the backbone of the digital cross-dressing movement, online communities. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, where cross-dressers and trans folk can connect, share and grow. They can connect thousands of users who have a common interest. They can provide makeup tips, inspiring images of many of the fabulous T-girls that are out there, share real-life stories and more. You can share in other people's experiences, share in a sense of community and anonymity. This can be particularly freeing for people that have just started the journey. And you don't even have to leave the house. So let's look at the pros and cons. Accessibility. You don't have to be out in the physical world to be part of a larger conversation. You can access communities and friends all from the safety of your own home. Representation. You get to see people of all shapes, sizes, race and experiences. Many will have the same worries, hopes and aspirations as we do. Safety. Online anonymity allows you to experiment without the fear of real-world consequences. But there are cons too. It's not all good. Trolls and transphobia can still creep into your comments or your DMs. Algorithms can shadow ban or reduce visibility of non-formative content. Many of you who've tried YouTube or X may have experienced this. I know I have. They might feel like there's a certain pressure to conform to certain aesthetic standards, even from within our own community. I think a few of us may have experienced the "I'm considerably more trans than you" brigade. In fact, I left one Facebook group because of this. Someone had posted they didn't want to see girls in lingerie and they were creating quite a fuss over it. The simple answer is, don't look. If somebody spent the time and energy to get themselves in decent shape, why can't they show off the body? It's not for others to tell people what you can and can't do. On another occasion, I saw a post from a local Leeds T-girl who was complaining about the once-a-monthers who travel to Leeds First Friday. She was saying that she's out every week, not like the girls who only come once a month. Totally missing the point that the girls who travel live somewhere else and are probably out locally just as regularly as she is. So it's not just transphobes. We should all really stick together. There's enough outside pressure as there is. Let's look at social media as a mirror and sometimes a magnifying glass for identity. For many in our community, these platforms are not just a place to share pictures. They're a place to share their creativity, and for some, a place to confirm their own identity. There are many great makeup artists in our community who post online. The work they do with some of the girls is amazing, and they're very, very creative and imaginative. Lots of T-girl venues use social media to advertise their events and bring girls together. The people who organise Leeds First Friday have a very good Facebook page, and they've even got their own app. It lists timetables for events. It also offers discount codes for some of the bars. They also organise a meet-up event for new girls. So if you've never been to Leeds before, you can meet other girls before the main event starts, so you're not on your own. This helps put people together and create friendships. It would be difficult to do this without social media. TikTok in particular has become a hotspot for gender expression. Short content showing makeup transformations, the old boy to girl vids, and styling transitions have gone viral. In many cases it can help normalise our feminine presentation as a valid form of self-expression. So let's ask some big questions. Is social media helping our community feel as if it's seen? Or is it reinforcing a narrower standard of what successful dressing should be like? The visibility that comes with social media can be a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it creates representation and community. On the other hand, it can lead to comparison culture and even mental health issues. It's one thing to use somebody as inspiration, but don't allow yourself to feel inferior. We all have a different look, and it would be really boring if we all look the same. We're all at different stages of our journey, and the reason some of these girls look good is because they've been practicing for years. Remember, it's what's on the inside that counts. Sometimes a girl can look incredible, but she mightn't be the best company for a night out, and vice versa. So be your own person. Be the best person that you can be, and don't worry about others. The ability to create your own image and narrative online can be empowering. You can decide what you want to post. You decide how you want to present yourself, and you decide exactly how much you're comfortable sharing. We no longer have to hide in the shadows, and we can share in others' adventures. It's always great to see people who live their life unapologetically being the person they want to be, and especially when they live as themselves 24/7. Not everyone can do this though, and social media can give them an opportunity that they otherwise wouldn't have had. They can create an online persona, they can have quite a following, and they can present themselves as the feminine person that they want to be. And at the same time, they could lead a very vanilla, normal work life. And nobody knows. Tip from me, if you are going on social media, it might be worth creating separate femme profiles. And remember, those phones always follow you. If you start getting people near you and you know them, it can be a bit of a shock. So sometimes it's worth it if you just change the town that you live in. So just be sensible and be careful. What about virtual femininity? Just a few years ago, this would seem far-fetched. But with the advent of AI, you can create a feminine character. You don't even have to shave your legs. You don't need makeup skills. You can not only change clothes, you can change bodies. Opinion is divided on this. Personally, I think it's up to the choice of the individual concerned, but you do need to be honest, especially if you plan on meeting people. We've all seen people at events who don't match up to the pictures online. Filters can be great, but they can offer up unrealistic expectations. If you can't have a real-life experience, then AI can be the next best thing. Just use the tools you have to get the best experience for you. So what have we learned? Is social media good or bad? Well, I suppose that would depend on your own personal experience, and in truth, it can be both. In this new digital age, we do have the opportunity to be visible. You don't have to hide in a bedroom. In fact, you can show yourself off to the whole world from your bedroom. It's a place where we can express ourselves. Many girls have huge followings on YouTube, Instagram or TikTok. And we even have trans influencers. Charlotte, sometimes a friend of mine, has over 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. There's a girl called Heidi Fox who has a massive following. But there are drawbacks, like harassment, even bullying, and performance pressure. When you put yourself out there, you can leave yourself open to criticism, so try and develop a thick skin. The political landscape has changed in the last couple of years, and many see trans people as a scapegoat for all sorts of different issues. But overall, we now have more visibility and freedom. If you're a curious beginner, an experienced dresser, or someone further on their gender journey, the digital world offers a place where you can connect with others and express yourself. Just use it wisely. Thanks for listening to My Life in Heels. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with friends or message me. And until next time, stay fabulous.